Hey guys, it's Nicole and today's video is all about cloth. So I'm going to be talking about the different type of cloth nappies that I personally own and just going through pros and cons of them, like what the different styles are that you can get and that sort of thing, to try and help anyone else out there that might be new to cloth or thinking about going cloth, because to be honest, when I first started I didn't know a whole lot. The little bit that I did know was from my sister who had cloth nappied her little girls, so I found the whole world of cloth very overwhelming and just all the different types and that sort of thing. So I figured if I do a quick video kind of outlining the different types, then hopefully it might be helpful for other people. So first of all, you can get cloth nappies that are sized. So for example, this one is a size small, and obviously then you can buy them in a medium and a large if you needed to. Or you can go with something like this one here, which is a one size fits most, and it's got the snaps down the front, which I will go into in more detail later. So I guess when you're looking at investing in cloth, you need to decide whether or not you're going to go with something that's sized or something that's a one size fits most. I guess the pros and cons are that with the sized nappies you can get ones that are quite small, so for ones that are going to fit a newborn. I'm not sure exactly on the weight of these ones, like in terms of what they would say, but you can see this isn't even done up as tight as it could go. It could go a lot tighter, so that's pretty small. And for example, this one here is another sized one that is quite small, and it would easily fit most newborns unless your baby was particularly small. However, because they are sized, it does mean that you're going to have to buy a lot more. So you'll have to buy your smalls, your mediums, and then your larges. Whereas if you go with something like this, which is a one size fits most, you've got something like this one here, which is a snap-in one. So basically what it means is your liners that are in it inside are snapped in. So you would unsnap them like that. Pros of this type of nappy is that when you're washing them and drying them, they dry quicker because you can take all the little bits apart, so therefore there's less drying time. However, they are a little bit more time consuming then, because you've got to put them back together. Obviously when either folding them or when you're going to use them again, you need to get both liners to snap back in. So that, I guess, a lot of people find that a bit time consuming, and also I guess, and the purple clips into the purple. So to me that's pretty straightforward, but some people obviously find that that is just too time consuming, and yeah. So your second option is then to go for an all-in-one option, which is basically exactly the same, except your liners are sewn into it. So this one is sewn into it, and there's also one inside here that's sewn in. So something like this will take longer to dry, obviously because it is a lot thicker, so you need a lot more time to allow to dry, but it is really good for husbands, daycare, people that aren't really used to using cloth will find this quite simple to use. Your third option is something like this one, which has one sewn in, but it also has a pocket. So in this pocket you can add extra absorbency, or you can simply place it on top as well. Again, something like this is very straightforward to use. However, you do have that time consuming part where you have to stuff, if you've got all pockets, you have to stuff your liner in. So again, that can be time consuming and a bit confusing for people, but they are quicker to dry because you can take them apart. What else? This is another snap-in one. I find my husband has a bit more difficulty with this one. It's a baby behind, purely because you sort of, your liner looks like that and you've got to like fold it up underneath, and again, some people find that really time consuming and annoying, so it's really going to be what works for you. What else? Other options that you've got the way that it does up. So you've got obviously these snaps. Most of mine are snaps. I only have one Velcro. You've got something like your baby behinds here, which oh, hold on, I'll grab one that's folded. So you've got something like your baby behinds here, which do up around the side, so then you've not got snaps at the front, or you've got something like this where your snaps are at the front. With your one size fits most, you have your snaps down here. I don't know if you can see the black snaps, so you can adjust the size. Also the same on this one here, you've got snaps all the way down so that you can adjust the sizing. So for example, Archie's still quite small, so for him I do it on the tightest and snap like that to create a smaller nappy, and then as he grows you can unsnap these and make them bigger. So something like this will last a bit longer. One thing to note with the one size fits most is that they are a bit bulkier because they aren't sized. You've got you know, like a little bit of extra room if you're putting this on a smaller baby, so they can tend to be a bit bulkier under clothes as well, which I don't really mind. You know, if I need to, I'll just put him in the next size up, but some people really don't like having bulky nappies, so it's really up to you what you prefer. Then you've got something like this, which is a Velcro, which does up. I find this is quite good, again, for husbands, daycare. People that aren't used to using cloth would find that quite simple because it's just Velcro. Another type of nappy I've got here is a night nappy. This one is a sized night nappy. It's a baby behinds, and the thing with a night nappy is just that they have more absorbency in them, because obviously your baby will be wearing them for a lot longer, so the lining in them is quite a lot thicker, and you do need to put something like this over the top of it because it's not waterproof. So this is just a little cover for the nappy. Quite simple because it's, you know, there's no inserts, it's just a matter of grabbing a nappy and folding it. Other people find it really tedious, obviously because most of them are white. You've got to kind of put covers on them if you want them to look cute and that sort of thing, and obviously for the waterproof factor as well. Those are all the cloth nappies that I own. There are many on the market. You know, when I was first looking around for nappies, I was so overwhelmed with all the different types, and I'm slowly building up my stash. Baby behinds and itty bitties are ones that I went with because it was what my sister used, and I got a lot of them secondhand from her. And then other ones that I've invested in is this itty bitties 1s and 2s, and I got this one because it was on special, and I think I got it for some ridiculously low price of $8 or something like that. And so far I really like this one. I'm really enjoying the fit of it. And then I've just invested in 3 hippopotamus ones because they are such a cute print, and I really wanted to get like boyish prints because most of mine are just plain colors. And these ones are a one size fits most. So these were ones that I wasn't familiar with using, but I have to say so far I'm really enjoying the one size fits most. I was worried about the fit, but they seem to fit quite well. The best advice that I can give is to just buy a few different nappies in a few different styles just to see what works for you. So far the all-in-ones are great because they are so easy to use. You don't have to worry about snapping anything in, but personally I don't mind having to put snapping things in or stuffing pockets or that sort of thing, but I can see why people wouldn't want to do that. It is more time consuming and a bit, I guess the all-in-ones are so user friendly. It's basically like a disposable. You don't need to do anything besides just put it on and take it off. So I hope that clears up for you guys what sort of nappies are on the market. I hope it might make it a bit clearer for you when you're deciding what type of cloth nappies to invest in. But yes, definitely buy a few different types, play around with them, see what you prefer. Yeah, and hopefully you will find something that works for you and your baby. You know, feel free to leave down below what nappies you're using, or any recommendations for brands or different ones that I should try out. Also, if there's any other type of videos that you wanted me to do about cloth nappies or anything to do with mums and babies or anything like that, then just leave them down below and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!